A lot of people say life is not sweet. Say life ain't sweet. It ain't sweet out here. It's not sweet. That's because sweet is a location. It's a location. Sweet. That's a place. That's a spot. You get it? Sweet is a spot. Life isn't sweet for you because you haven't found a spot. You haven't found the place where sweetness is. Here's where sweetness is. It's in being able to identify sweets. The place, the physical location of what is sweet, what makes life sweet, to get into the sweet spot. The spot where sweetness is when you find yourself spotting sweets. I didn't say looking for sweets, because looking for sweets means you didn't find it. You see how this is law of attraction? Decode it. You probably thought I was going to talk about something else when I meant like the sweet spot. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about wanting to have your life at its best. This is something I'm learning late, that sweetness actually has a spot. Now, I've had times when, of course, being more focused, life being sweeter, things being, more controlled, money being better, time and circumstance being more free. Those are sweet spots. They're sweet versus sour versus salty. It's sweet. Life's sweet. It's good. Everybody good. Everybody living. They doing their thing. So it's sweet. But that's a spot. You can't just, if you're waiting on to see if life is going to give you, sweet and sour. If you're just doing the autopilot, you don't know when sweet or sour is coming. And how can you structure your life? See, sweet and sour is under control. Sure, there's certain things that you can't control, and the things you can't control, you can't control. But what you can control, a lot of times gets left out of control. To be in flux, going from this extreme to that extreme. I got a whole lot of money now, I got no money now. I got a whole lot of money now, I got no money now. I got a whole lot of time now, I got no time now. In flux. Because the spot hasn't been located. Even if you're an expert home run hitter, baseball, if you hit the ball at the wrong place, at the wrong place of the bat, you'll break the bat. You'll break the bat. If you hit the ball in the wrong spot, you will crack the bat. There's a sweet spot you hit. And if we're talking about baseball, it's right there near the top of the bat in the width. Maybe a few centimeters above where it starts to slope. But right up there is called the sweet spot. And when you hit a ball at the sweet spot, it hits different. Everybody who has done it before, they know that the moment they hit the sweet spot, and that's what it's called on the baseball bat, once they hit the ball there, they know it's leaving. They know it's going out the park. That's when you see people hitting home runs and they just be stepping, they just walk off, when they know it's out the park. They ain't even got to run around the bases. They just start walking. That's what it is. A lot of people don't like the fact that what we're trying to do, a lot of us are hitting sweet spots in our life. That we hitting the ball at just the right position on the bat. And we know it's leaving out the park. So we ain't running. Why are you not running around the bases with us? This is a grind. Get up and grind. Rise and grind. You need to, what about this? What about that? What about this? Why are you not running around the bases? Because I know that the ball is leaving the park. I just hit it in the sweet spot. Now it's all about doing this. And walking around. I can take my time. I don't got to sprint now. I can jog around the bases. I can moonwalk around the bases. Long as I go around all of them and come back across home plate. At the end of the day, you got to come back home. Got to come back to home plate. And if you haven't hit a homer, if you haven't hit the sweet spot, then chances are when you get to home plate, you probably going to get dirty on your way. You probably got to slide into home plate, slide in all the dirt, all the sand, get your nice white uniform dirty, your nice white garments dirty, getting your hands dirty, getting too over involved, getting messy, coming out of it, hanging by a thread, financially, mentally, hanging by a thread because you're not interested in the sweet spot. You can live life with more wisdom than experience. Just like I said in many other videos, I always want to make this analogy between wisdom and experience because they're not the same. The one who is wise says, yeah, I know the fire is burnt because I've seen things burn. The one who has experience says, yeah, I know that fire burns more than you do because I've been burnt a dozen times. Being ignorant. I know what it's like to be burned by fire. I have more experience with fire, but you have more wisdom regarding it. Straight like that. Super T Sigma, Sigma programming. Continue on.